From the moment Luffy sets sail, he's been gathering an incredible team of friends and fighters. But when did each Straw Hat join the crew? Let's dive into the timeline of the Straw Hat Pirates and see when each member became part of Luffy's dream. Our journey starts with none other than Monkey D. Luffy, who in Episode 1 titled, "I'm Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates." Zrinya had already begun his journey to become the king of the pirates and find 10 crew members to help him achieve his dream. However, he didn't have the best start to his journey as his boat couldn't escape a whirlwind. So to save himself from drowning, he jumped into the barrel that we see floating around. But after he escapes from the barrel on Alvida's ship and sends Alvida flying, the official beginning of the Straw Hat Pirates begins. Next, we have the first crew member, Roronoa Zoro, the swordsman with a dream of becoming the world's greatest. Zoro officially joins Luffy in Episode 3, titled Morgan vs. Luffy. Who's the mysterious pretty girl? After Luffy freed him from Captain Morgan's execution, Zoro decides to join Luffy on his journey, recognizing Luffy's determination and strength, leaving his pirate hunting behind and instead becoming an official pirate. And fun fact, Zoro is the only crewmate that Luffy actively seeked out to join his crew. Usopp, the sniper with dreams of becoming a brave warrior of the sea, joins in Episode 17, Anger Explosion, Kuro vs. Luffy. How it ends. After helping defend Usopp's village from Captain Kuro, Luffy tells Usopp to jump aboard their new ship, the Going Merry, and Usopp doesn't hesitate to become the Straw Hat's sniper, as he has always dreamed about going out to sea. The crew's chef, Sanji, who dreams of finding the All Blue, makes his debut in Episode 20, where Luffy demands him to join his crew. However, Sanji doesn't want to leave the Baratie and Zeff behind, turning Luffy down multiple times. After an intense battle between Luffy and Don Krieg, where Luffy showed his resilience and strength, Sanji officially joins the Straw Hat Pirates in Episode 30, Departure. Sea Chef and Luffy travel together. Sanji bids an emotional farewell to his mentor, Zeff, and sets sail with his captain, Luffy, bringing his culinary skills and fighting prowess to the team. Nami, the brilliant navigator with a dream to draw a map of the world, is initially reluctant to join Luffy's crew. Though she first sails with Luffy in Episode 8, she officially becomes a Straw Hat in Episode 44, titled Setting Out with a Smile. Farewell, hometown Kokoyashi Village. As we know, Nami was only sailing with Luffy because she wanted to take all of his treasures. But after Luffy defeats Arlong and frees her from her debt, Nami finally accepts her place in the crew. Next, we meet the cutest raccoon dog ever, Tony Chopper, the doctor with a dream to cure all diseases. Initially very weary of humans because of his traumatic past, but also Luffy and Sanji as they wanted to eat him, Chopper officially joins the Straw Hats in Episode 91, Farewell Drum Island, I'm going out to sea. However, when he went to say goodbye to his mentor Doctorine, she pretended to be furious, insulting his skills and chasing him out of the castle. But this was only to make sure that Chopper wouldn't change his mind and make him feel more confident in following his dream. And no One Piece fan will ever forget this cherry blossom moment. Nico Robin, the archaeologist who can read poneglyphs and seeks the true history behind the Void Century, officially joins the Straw Hats in Episode 130, Beware Her Scent. The seventh one is Nico Robin. After Luffy saves her from the collapsing Alabasta Palace, Robin unexpectedly appears on the Going Merry, declaring her intention to join the crew and also stating that Luffy had saved her when she had lost her will to live and that he should take responsibility for saving her. Fun fact, Robin is the only Straw Hat who Luffy didn't ask to join his crew, as she was the one who asked. The first Straw Hat to leave the crew is Chopper, whose Straw Hat membership is officially terminated in Episode 210, Silver Fox Foxy, The Merciless Interference. When the Straw Hats lost Chopper to the Foxy Pirates during their Davy Back fight. Following Chopper was Nico Robin, who in Episode 213, Round 3, the Round and Round roller race, also had to join the Foxy Pirates, much to the liking of the crew membership of the Foxy Pirates. Thankfully, both Chopper and Robin quickly returned to the crew, where Chopper returns in Episode 215, Screaming Hot Bombardment, Pirate Dodgeball. And Robin returns in episode 217. The captains square off the final combat round. In one of the most emotional moments in the series, Usopp leaves the crew in episode 236. Luffy versus Usopp collision of two men's pride. After a heated argument with Luffy over the fate of the Going Merry, Usopp challenges Luffy in order to decide who keeps the Going Merry. Though he is injured, Usopp fights harder than he has ever fought before. Even after taking a harsh beating, Luffy defeats Usopp, and Luffy, together with the remaining crew members, leave Usopp and the ship behind. Usopp's pride and attachment to the ship led to this painful departure. Robin leaves the crew once more in episode 240. Eternal Farewell. Nico Robin, the woman who draws darkness. This time, Robin sacrifices her freedom to protect the Straw Hats from the world government, showcasing her deep love and dedication to her newfound family. Although we didn't know this at first. One of the most iconic moments in One Piece happens in episode 310, from the sea train to Eni's lobby. Robin's sorrowful scream, where Robin, moved by the Straw Hats' determination to save her, shouts her desire to live, officially rejoining the crew after Luffy declares war on the world government. Frankie, the shipwright who dreams of building a ship capable of circumnavigating the globe, was first seen as the antagonist of the Water 7 arc. However, after Luffy and Frankie had their fight, they put their differences behind them. And after playing a massive part in rescuing Robin from the CP9, and of course building the Straw Hats' new ship, the Thousand Sunny, Frankie officially joined the crew in episode 322. Goodbye, my dear underlings. Frankie departs. Upbeat music. After showing off his super pose, following with an emotional farewell to his family, the Frankie family, he sets sail with the crew. After much soul-searching and realizing the importance of his friends, Usopp rejoins the crew in episode 323. Departing the City of Water, Usopp mans up and brings closure to the duel. Brook, the musician and swordsman who dreams of reuniting with Laboon, first appears in episode 337, which is the episode Luffy asks Brook to join, and he says yes. However, Brook's membership was strongly declined by the other crew members, so Brook officially joins in episode 381, a new crewmate, the musician Humming Brook. After defeating the zombie pirate Gecko Moria, Brook accepts Luffy's invitation and becomes the crew's musician. Sanji, known for his loyalty and culinary skills, faces his own crisis during the whole Cake Island arc. In episode 764, To My Buds, Sanji's farewell note, Sanji is forced to leave the crew to protect them from the wrath of Big Mom and to comply with his family's demands. This heartbreaking moment shows Sanji sacrificing his own happiness to keep his friends safe. After a series of intense battles and emotional confrontations, Sanji rejoins the crew in episode 825. The Rendezvous, Luffy, a one-on-one at his limit. Sanji, after a heartfelt reunion with Luffy, where Luffy refuses to eat anyone else's cooking, realizes his true place is with the Straw Hats. His return marks a powerful moment of forgiveness and camaraderie. The last to join, at least so far, is Jinbei, the fishman and former warlord who dreams of peace between humans and fishmen. Jinbei's journey with the crew started much earlier, first when he fought side by side with Luffy at both Impel Down and at Marineford, then together with the rest of the Straw Hats to put an end to Hody Jones at Fishman Island. But Jinbei officially joins in episode 877, The Parting Time, Pudding's Last Wish. After helping the crew escape from Big Mom's territory, Jinbei finally commits to becoming a full-fledged Straw Hat. However, we have to wait until episode 980 to see Jinbei return to the crew in the land of Wano. Someone we also to quickly talk about is Vivi, the Princess of Alabasta, who joined the Straw Hat Pirates during the Whiskey Peak arc in episode 67, Deliver Princess Vivi. The Luffy pirates set sail. Although her involvement with the crew begins earlier when she is undercover as Miss Wednesday, a member of Baroque Works. After Vivi reveals her true identity and mission to stop the criminal organization, Baroque Works, and save her kingdom from a civil war orchestrated by its leader, Crocodile, the Straw Hats agree to help her, and Vivi travels with them through several arcs, including Little Garden, Drum Island, and Alabasta. Vivi officially leaves the crew in episode 129. The Straw Hat Pirates are the culprits, the protectors of the kingdom. After the defeat of Crocodile and the restoration of peace in Alabasta, Vivi decides to stay in her kingdom to fulfill her duties as a princess. Although she declines Luffy's invitation to keep traveling with the crew, she remains seen as a member of the Straw Hat Pirates. Who do you think will be the next to join the crew? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more One Piece adventures.